Ooh, hello there, my fellow miners and crafters. Good times with Scar here, bringing you another super awesome Minecraft episode. And in today's episode, we return to the Scarland roller coaster project to work on our final building episode of the roller coaster project by making a super awesome front entrance to our roller coaster. So let's get this episode underway. Alright, and welcome back to Scarland, a land where we take survival building to the extreme, and we now have our roller coaster nearly complete. This is our final building episode, and 1 year ago we stood here and took a look over the vast open space and planned our roller coaster, where we were going to build a gigantic roller coaster with show scenes and all sorts of great stuff, and of course a custom biome. And we have nearly achieved that, and it is really kind of exciting to see all the progress over the year done here. You know, it took a little longer than expected, quite a bit longer. Took, quadruple the amount of resources anticipated, but I feel like we've accomplished something great here. And it's very exciting to see this all come together. And of course, like I said, this is our last episode for building wise. We still have some more live streams to do for landscaping, because we have quite a bit more landscaping to do here and there. But building wise on YouTube, we're nearing completion. And I am very far behind because, as you know, some videos haven't been showing up because I haven't unfortunately been able to make any videos. I usually have a backlog of videos for when there's health issues, and that keeps the channel, active and all that good stuff. But unfortunately, I burnt through those and started to dry up on everything. So unfortunately, my channel's been a little bit blank lately, and I definitely apologize about that. But just the health stuff just have got a little overwhelming this week, and I definitely apologize about that. And it is great to be back. So pretty much getting back to normal here a little bit, and it is, like I said in many videos before, coming back. It's always excellent to be back. It always kind of revives you with energy when you know you're going to start to make some videos from my favorite people out there, my scars. So yeah, here is our project site for the day. And what we're going to do here is we're going to grab ourselves some stairs and just get right into it. So we're just going to start to put down some things here, and we're going to be building a tunnel and all sorts of great stuff that leads up into the roller coaster. So we need a better entrance. Before, I don't want to have you walk over a hill or in some boring tunnel. Oh, no. We're going to do something great here. So that's what we got. So let me see here, my friends. Let me see here. First thing we're going to do is I'm going to sneak on over here, and I'm going to remove these pillars right here, and I'm just going to start to bring up some ice like so, and we're just going to start building some steps. And you might be asking where I've been. Just dealing with a lot of stuff, unfortunately, just a lot of stuff, and it just got overwhelming, to be honest. This year's been kind of a tough one, and dealing with health stuff, and this one just got even a little bit worse, just because of the way, one of the worst things when dealing with healthcare stuff is egos, and that's kind of what I had to deal with this time around. I was having a lot of pain, and they needed to replace some tubes and things of that nature, and there was a lot of indecision between the doctors on what to do. And one of the scariest things in healthcare, I at least have found, is a doctor's ego. And what a doctor will do to maintain an ego is not very good, in my opinion. So what I mean by that is somebody who wants to maintain a reputation, or that they don't like to not know what's going on, or feel that somebody is kind of stepping over them. And it's kind of scary, to be honest. And it's not something that is a good thing at all. Not at all. And that's kind of what I had to deal with over the last few weeks. And it was incredibly stressful. And, when two doctors don't agree with the course of action and they take it out on the patient, it seems like that is completely the opposite way something should work. Should be done, behind the scenes, if you will, or I suppose. But that's unfortunately not the course of action that they chose, and they decided to take it out on myself and my family. So that was interesting to deal with. So that's kind of where I've been lately. So we're just kind of building up a nice little kind of pedestal, if you will, that you walk up onto and then into the tunnel. So I'm actually going to remove this layer. I'm actually going to remove that layer. I feel like that would be a good choice for now. And then I'm just going to run this along here like so. So we're just slowly building this up, getting it all set up, and I think that'll look really nice. So let me jump over here and start building up. So it's really unfortunate that this, unfortunately happened, especially at the time when I wanted to start really increasing the amount of videos. I was going to start working on some more streams, and then the health stuff, it just gets you every time. Every time I'm really getting into a lot of new stuff with video wise, and this health stuff, it just gets you, and it really becomes quite stressful. You know, when you have a lot of ideas and you want to do all these streams and stuff, and then all of a sudden out of the blue, health stuff just kicks you while you're down, and it can really get you down. And that's what it's been definitely doing lately. And but you know what? You just just have to get back up and start going about your business. You cannot let it get you down. If you let it get down, then you let it win, and that's not what we're about at all. That's not what we're about at all. So we're about winning, doing good, having fun. And there we go. Get that across there. Beautiful, wonderful, awesome. Let's jump down. So as you can see, I'm just slowly kind of getting a little bit of a design built up here. Nothing in particular. I'm just kind of winging it today. Kind of having fun, just kind of come up with some cool ideas, talking with my favorite people and good stuff like that. There we go. So hopefully you guys had an absolutely wonderful Thanksgiving. And let me know what you guys did for Thanksgiving. I would love to hear what you guys said in the comments, and hopefully you had a wonderful Thanksgiving. There we go. And then let me stick this blocker right about there. And as you can see, just slowly kind of getting some design up here. I think what we'll do is we're going to run this across here and then get that across. Wonderful. Awesome. And then we'll stick that across here. And yeah, I'm liking that. I'm liking that. There'll probably be a little, alterations here or there, but I feel like that's a great start. So give me 1 second. Let me work on this side, and I'll be right back. All right, and welcome back. So I think that is starting to look good. So as you can see, I made a couple modifications, just trying to play with it, kind of find a good balance between the kind of scale, proportion, all that good stuff. So what we need to do now is start to kind of spruce it up a little bit. So what we're going to do to start with is we're just going to start to kind of fit in some blocks like this. So we're just going to kind of stick some of these guys in there like so. And just, if I can get it in there, come on, Scar, you can do it. There you go. And then let me stick in another one right there. And then from here now, let me jump over here. Let me grab out some stone bricks. And then I'm just going to kind of find some balancing points here and just start to kind of fill these in, as you can see, to try to make this start to look a little bit more natural. There we go. And yeah, so I think it's kind of give or take here at this point to try to find a good balance between some of this. So what we can do here maybe is even install some stairs. And oh, there we go. That's what we were looking for. Not a half slat. That looks way better. And then let me jump over here and then start to install this section over here. There we go. Wonderful. Awesome. And then let's just push over right here. Awesome. Wonderful. There we go. Wonderful. Beautiful. So there we go. I think this will start to look pretty cool. So then from now we can just start to kind of add some more detail, kind of push out the design a little bit more. But I wanted to talk about a little bit about, with Thanksgiving just wrapping up. And I just want to talk a little bit about what maybe I'm thankful for. And then maybe it'd be cool if you guys maybe posted what you're thankful for this year in the comments. And the first thing I want to say, I'm thankful for my parents. My parents have taken care of me during this illness above and beyond anything I could ever imagine. And when I see when you talk about like healthcare workers and stuff like that, those guys are awesome. They're doing all this work and all that good stuff, taking care of people. But one thing that's about them is they get paid and they get to go home. And my parents don't get paid to take care of me. They put in my dad works pretty much a double job. He works his job and he also takes care of me, the same with my mom. And taking care of somebody who's chronically ill with multiple systems needing maintenance, if you will. I can't think of any better word. It's a full-time job. Like, it never ends from the sun up to sundown. You're constantly, doing something to take care of the person. And I'm thankful for my parents, especially anybody who takes care of like a loved one or a caregiver to somebody who's ill. And that's a full-time job, and you get nothing back in it than taking care of the loved one that you're taking care of and knowing that they're have a better life, being home, being taken care of. But other than that, it's something that I'm just so grateful for, and that's what I'm grateful for this year. And especially also, I'm always grateful to you guys, of course, for just inspiring me to make videos and to kind of do what we do here. It's something that really does help me get through a lot of stuff, is knowing that I can make videos and put a smile on people's face, make them laugh, show them something cool to build in Minecraft, things of that nature, which just absolutely makes my day. And I am very grateful for those two things this year. And sometimes it's hard sometimes to look around, and you feel like you're just surrounded and not great things, but once you look a little harder, and you'll definitely start to find some positivity. And then you're like, all right, it's not so bad. I can get through this. All right, and there we go. So that is starting to look pretty good. So what we're going to do is we're going to have some cool little designs that will run along the walls, and then we're going to do kind of a little spiral staircase coming out of the ground here, out of the maintenance area. And there's Bub, the creeper building inspector himself down there. Then we'll bust through the dirt right about there. So give me a second here. I'm going to kind of start lining up some of these pillars here, and I'll see you in just 1 minute. And welcome back. So working on the interior here, trying to kind of freshen it up a little bit. And I think this is the design that I want to kind of go with. As you can see how the pillars I think that looks pretty cool. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump over here and then start working on this section over here by cutting out these guys like so. And cutting into there. And then I think if I can figure out a good pattern, I think I'll push in right about there, bring that down one more block. And then we still have to work on this backside and of course bring up the trail. But for the most part, we are getting there, my friends. We are getting there. We are getting some massive progress done on our little tunnel way through here. And I think it is starting to look definitely pretty good. So a lot of the work will finish up, of course, on Twitch. So if you're not following me on Twitch, definitely follow the link in the description and head on over there and follow me so you'll be notified when I go live on Twitch. And then we'll bring these pieces along here like so, looking good. And then we'll stick one of these guys right there. Nice, nice. I'm liking that. Trying to think of something, my friends. Trying to think of something. I might switch it up a little bit. I might do a little switch up here. We might do a little switch up. Just kind of create kind of a cool little design. I'm thinking that might look kind of cool. We could always kind of throw in something like that. I don't know yet. I kind of want to do something like that, but I'm not 100% sure what I want to do. There we go. Yeah, I kind of like that. I kind of like this little niche in the center there. I think that looks kind of cool. Anyway, let's move on over here, and then we'll start working on this section over here. And yeah, that's starting to look pretty good. A lot of people always ask, "Hey Scar, can I get a little notification before you go live?" The best way of figuring out if I'm going to be going live or if I'm not going to be is to follow me on Twitter. That is the #1 place that I will keep updated when I'm getting ready for a stream, or if unfortunately I'm able to stream. Twitter is the best place to find information regarding streaming. So I think that is the best bet for you. For streaming wise, we just talked about it for quite some time, but I talked about doing a lot of Fallout 4 streams, and unfortunately with all this stuff, I just wasn't able to. Is that something you guys still would like to see, or would you possibly maybe want to see some particular, building videos still? I know the game's been out and a lot of people are kind of doing kind of the things that I really wanted to do in Fallout, so I'm not sure if you guys are still interested in seeing the things that I had planned. So yeah, I'm just trying to kind of figure out what you guys still want to see maybe regarding that series, because I'd planned on doing a bunch of base building and stuff along those lines, but unfortunately with all this stuff that had come up, it just took everything away from me, and I just couldn't, record. And but if you guys still want to see that stuff, definitely let me know, and or we'll move on to something else. We'll move on to another game or something along those lines. I was able to get a code. Actually, they sent me a code for Just Cause 3. So why not do a stream with that? Why don't we hang out for a little while, blow some stuff up? That kind of sounds like fun, to be honest. So maybe we'll do that over the weekend. So we'll do our Minecraft and all that good stuff, and then heck, maybe we'll blow some stuff up in Far Cry. Or is it not? Did I say Far Cry? No, it's Just Cause 3. Just Cause 3. There we go. Look at that. I like this little design. Anywhere in Minecraft that you can kind of incorporate a little bit of depth, a little bit of, kind of breaking up the flat straight lines by adding these little niches like this. Oh, I love it. I love that in Minecraft when you can, really experiment and add some new and cool little designs like that. That always gets me really excited, and it's what I really loved about, Minecraft modded and stuff along those lines, when you can get out your micro blocks and all that good stuff and really kind of experiment with all these shapes and things. Another thing I would like you guys to help me with, if you can, what kind of mod packs are new? Is there anything new out there that you guys would like me to experiment with or something along those lines? I would definitely love to try a new mod pack out. Something different, something that we can get our hands on and put our own little staple on it, I think would be really fun. So if you guys know of any cool mod packs that are brand new out there, definitely let me know. I'd love to start up a new modded series, and just kind of not sure where to look. I'm really bad at finding new mod packs. I'm really bad at mods and stuff like that. So if you guys can help me with that, boy, oh boy, I'd be much appreciated from that. There we go, looking good, looking good. Because it's, I'm just trying to figure out what you guys would like and things of that nature. I'll just throw an idea out just to kind of see what you guys think. So I'm just kind of casting my fishing rod out there to see if you guys like this idea. We had our zombie game. You remember where we had our survival series where we kind of ran around scavenging the environment looking for, guns and ammo and stuff along those lines, similar to kind of The Walking Dead. You remember that series? It was super fun. Would you guys like to see season 2 of that? But now that I know a little bit more about mods, I might be able to add, carpenter's blocks and chisel mod and all those things that we wanted, but we didn't have. And it kind of made the series feel kind of light. What if we were able to add those and then do a longer series where we built up, like a zombie fortress or something along those lines? I don't know. It's just a little idea that I had, and I was wondering what your guys' thoughts were on that. But anyway, that is starting to look good. I would like to incorporate a little bit of a color in here. If there was some way of adding a bit of, some cyan maybe or something along those lines, maybe a banner or two. I think that would look pretty cool. But for now, I think that's good for now. And let's move on to our staircase. All right, and welcome back. So what we need to work on now is getting this pathway built up to the entrance of the roller coaster. So what I've got over here is I've got this started to get worked out. Now I did a little bit of a different design on the back side just to kind of mix it up a little bit so it's not all the same. And yeah, I think this pathway is pretty good. So I just came out a little bit here, and then what I did here is I did a stair, and then I did a half slab, and then another stair, and then, what was this? Half slab again, then stair, then half slab, and that's where we are now. So let's get to work here. And what I'm going to start with here is I'm going to remove all of those. There we go. Get that in there and remove that. Get that going. Okay, so I'm going to start out with just the stone, and then I'm going to come back in with some smooth stone, half slabs here, and then replace some of the stones up with that, just to kind of keep things fresh and always moving on. There we go. Looking good. Awesome. So then I'm just going to sneak back here and just give myself a little placeholder. There we go. And as you can see, this is kind of the basic kind of design that we're working on. And we're going to try to angle it towards this way. Now, the reason for this is when we come out of this room, now we're always trying to work on sight lines. Sight lines of as you kind of walk through the area. So when you're walking up here, you start to kind of get a glimpse. And I'm going to do an archway over here, like a stone and dirt archway. It'll look really cool. It'll frame up the entrance of the roller coaster station really beautifully. There we go. And I think that'll look really cool. And like we always talked about, important things in Minecraft, I always think, and sometimes maybe some people don't think they are, but I always think, landscaping, of course, sight lines and pathways are something that's so often overlooked that's quite important. When you're walking through there, you want to have good visuals. When you're walking along, you want to see, some buildings or some cool and interesting landscapes and different things like that along your trail to make it interesting and invite you to continue down the trail a little bit farther. There might be a little mystery, something cool to be found. So that's what I always like to do. Always making sure there's always something cool just on the other side. There we go. And I kind of feel like things are coming. Oh, hello. Well, maybe not unless we break our leg or something falling. There we go. And we'll work our way back up here. Beautiful. So as we get this up here a little bit farther, I've got a really kind of cool pathway design that I'm pretty excited about. Now, one thing to mention about the roller coaster is, yes, we're finishing it up. It's almost done, which is super exciting. But it's not done really, because we're always constantly improving. So if you're going to miss the project, don't worry. We're once in a while going to come back to the project and apply some new and interesting more details, especially when Minecraft adds different things. Some of it might be something cool that we can add to the roller coaster. So it's always going to be something that I'm constantly working on. And Scarland's will never be complete in any one way, because we're always going to be enhancing it and changing it and adding all sorts of good stuff to it. So Scarland's never going to be really ever complete, because we're always going to be enhancing it. There we go. And there we go. There's our cool little walkway right up here. And there we go. Looking fancy as always. Okay. I'm just going to open this section up just a little bit more just to make it look a little bit better. There we go. Cut that in there like that. And just open that up a little bit. And there we go. Looking good. So let's swap all these materials out. And then we're going to grab out some of you. And we're going to grab out some of you. Beautiful. Wonderful. And then we're going to grab some of that. And there we go. Awesome. So what we need to do now is start to work on a bit of a design here. So what I'm going to start with is I'm just going to go from like right here. And as you can see, I'm going to cut this into about 4. There we go. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then as you can see, each one of these, I'm just going to increase it just a little bit more. There we go, until it kind of lines up down there. I think that'll look really cool. So as you can see, this is all just kind of blend in together. Now, as you can see, we're only using one particular material, and that's just the andesite. But that's not what we're all the way going to use in the end. We're going to mix in a bunch of different stones and different things like that to make it blend in a little bit better. There we go. And then we'll cut in like this. Awesome. And then we can swap in just a few extra little materials here or there. Beautiful, just to make it all blend in together. Awesome. And then as you can see, we can just continue this pathway. And I like having it kind of on a side because as you're walking down the pathway, we like to talk about our sight lines. So let's start over here. And as you can see, as we're walking up this pathway, walking on this angle like this, we can see the flags of the roller coaster. We can see the hills and different things like that that get you excited about riding the roller coaster. Instead of, you know, just a straight walkway where you just see this, you don't get that extra detail of the flags and the trees and all that good stuff built up along there. So yeah, let me finish this up and then we'll do a little tour. All right, and welcome back, and let's take a look at our handiwork today where we built our super awesome archway and tunnel and pathway and all sorts of good stuff. So here we go. So we've got this really cool new entrance to the area of the roller coaster. I think this will be really super cool. And then let's walk up the stairs here. And as you can see, there's lots and lots of beautiful detail in here. And I do want to see if I can incorporate some cyan a little bit in here, maybe some banners. We'll do that in the live stream. And of course, here is our walkway. As we walk up here, we can see a beautiful sights of our structure and of course the roller coaster and the flags and the landscaping. And then we can walk along here, and as you can see, we added lots of little bits of detail here and there, and then that leads right into the actual roller coaster station, which is pretty well all complete. Besides a couple more live streams to finish up some more details, we are pretty much complete and ready to go and ready for the official ride tour, which I'm really excited about. And I can't thank you guys enough for all the support, and hopefully you enjoyed today. And if you did, a like rating would be much appreciated. And until next time, we'll see you later. And don't forget to follow me on Facebook and Twitter.